The free Photoshop course that you're about to watch is just a small part of our Adobe Graphics full course bundle. So if you also want to master Adobe Illustrator with my teaching style and also be able to acquire your certificate of completion, you can tap the first link in the description right now and get your access with a fraction of cost. Also mentionable that this course is brought up to you by the Takeoff College, the smartest alternative currently available to the traditional education. With all that being said, I'm very excited to get started, so let's go. So as you see, by clicking on this new button or coming to File New or pressing Ctrl N, this new document window will be opened for you and you will be able to create your first ever project over here using this window. So this window offers pretty much a lot about getting started with Photoshop and starting our project. So here we have tabs, and these tabs include presets, the sizing presets and the setup presets of our new project. We can use photo presets, print, art and illustration, web, mobile, film and video, and all of them are available to us. And inside each you can see plenty of options. So for example, in print we have A4, A6, A5, as you see, all those international paper sizes. And in web, for example, we get different desktop screen sizings. We have iMac 27. We have web small, web most common, web large, web medium, as you see. All of these are available. We have MacBook Pro 13, MacBook Pro 15, and all those options are available for us. And for example, I come at a web and click Web Most Common just to get these settings over here and teach you these, because these are very important. So here we have our project title or our project name. It is changeable afterwards, so don't be, very sensitive on this, because as I said, it is changeable as we go ahead. But I say, for example, my first document. Here we have width and height, and here we have the unit to those numbers that we add. So we have pixels, inches, centimeters, millimeters, points, and picas. For example, we go ahead with pixels. So what pixels are is basically those squares that I talked about when I was talking about raster graphic. So I said pictures are created out of all these squares, all these colored squares, and those colored squares are called pixels. Here, as you see, we can enter any value for our width and height size. We also have orientation, which will show us that the numbers we added over here, how will they operate with each other, and how will be the end operation of us looking like. We also can switch between two orientations, so it will change the place to those numbers that we have entered over here. As you see, it will replace them with each other. We have this artboard check, which is again important. If I want to talk about it just a little bit, is that this sizing that you give will create you what we call an artboard. So it will create you a page or something like that, a white kind of screen with these sizes that you will be able to work on. By clicking this artboards thing, you will be able to get multiple of them inside one project. So the sizes that you give, for example, you have different pages to this project or anything like that. You will be able to turn this artboard on and freely use it, you know. We also have resolution. Resolution is again about quality and all those kinds of things. But here we have two very, very common numbers that I want you to know about and I want you to memorize and use all the time. And these two numbers are, by the way, both in pixels per inch, not pixels in per centimeters. So that's also important. Set it to pixels per inch. And the two resolutions we have is one 300, which is basically for all documents and projects that are going to be printed. So whenever you are working on something for paper or anything like that, you should be using this resolution. So for any printing purposes and any project that is going to be printed, use 300 pixels per inch resolution. We also have 72, which is about all not going to be printed projects. So all projects that are going to be interacting with screens, with mobile screens, with desktop screens, web, and any kind of, that stuff. You can use 72 pixels per inch, and it is a safe resolution to continue with. We also have color mode, which is again very important. So let me talk about it a little bit. As you know, we have colors inside designs, and we are going to work with those designs. We are going to work with pictures and interact with pictures and photos. So they are going to include colors, plenty of colors, We have two main structures and two main modes that colors are created in. So the first one is basically RGB color, which will make all our colors, any color that it is, created out of red, green, blue. So it will mix all those three colors, red, green, blue, in order to get to the end color that we are going to talk about. This is color mode. We also have CMYK color, which is not available here because we said we want to work with web. But if I, for example, come to print and choose A4, as you see over here, we also have CMYK. So what CMYK will basically do is that it will create any color that we are using inside our project or adding into it. It will create all those colors out of four main colors, which are cyan, magenta, yellow, and black. So how do they actually work? As you have probably heard of in school or something, we have three main colors in the world, which are yellow, green, and blue. And every single color, they were yellow, red, and blue. Yes, I think. So it was yellow, red, and blue. Yes. And every color in the world that you see is created out of those three main colors. So this is what you were taught in school. But when it comes to lights and when it comes to screens, inside screens, the main colors and the creator colors are different. So here we don't have yellow, but instead we have green. And all colors, every single color that you see on screen is created out of a range of red, a range of green, and a range of blue, and a mixture of all these three colors. But inside printers, it's again different. So we don't have RGB. We have cyan, magenta, yellow, and black as the main creator colors inside all the printers we have in the world. Pretty much all the printers that we have in the world. And when it comes to printing, anything that we will print is going to be a mixture of these four colors. So everything that I talked about will eventually conclude in one sentence. If you are working for screens, choose RGB. And if you are working in order to eventually print your work, use CMYK. That's basically it. So this was about color modes. We also have bitmap, grayscale, and lab color, which are not that useful and important for now that you are just getting started. And we also have background contents controllable over here. But this, just like the project title, is changeable inside the project. So don't, again, involve yourself with this that much. So you can choose between them. We have white, black. We have a certain color choosable from here as your project background color, custom. We have transparent, and all of them selectable. But as I said, it is controllable when we are entering our project. So don't be that serious about it. Just leave it on white or whatever it is, and click create, and your first ever Photoshop project will be created over here.